Welcome to the France 24 Observers, the show that's based on our network of ordinary people who are our eyes and ears around the world. We begin today in Morocco, the port of Tangiers on the north coast. It is just 30 kilometers away from Spain, across the Strait of Gibraltar, so it's become a popular destination for migrants from sub-Saharan Africa. Most of them want to get to Europe, but some of them decide to stay and try to make a living. Either way, they're resented by many of the locals. Things are especially bad in one neighborhood near the airport.
I was in Bukalef when I saw a group of other Africans start running. I asked them what was happening and they said, "Run, run or they'll kill you. There are Moroccans in the streets with knives." They were injuring people, going into their apartments, pulling people outside, setting fire to things. It's impossible to say how many people were attacked. You can't count the number of injuries because lots of people were too scared to go to the hospital. But I helped 15 people get treated for their injuries, and one man died, a guy from Senegal. I talked to the man's family. They said he had been in his apartment and then a group of these thugs broke in. They took the man away with them, and a few minutes later, he was lying dead on the pavement. These attacks started back in June. They said that migrants were squatting in apartments, that they sell alcohol, that they kiss in front of mosques. Every Friday, it's the same thing. They come with machetes. They take people from their homes. They take them outside. They burn their possessions. They don't try to find out if you're paying rent, if you have a lease. Right now, the police are there and they're doing their job. Things have calmed down a little, but we're worried it could start up again at any moment. We're worried that the police will drop the ball again, because the attacks happened while they watched. They knew what was going on from the moment it started.
To Egypt now. Women there say that sexual harassment has exploded in recent years. There have been widely documented cases of assaults right in the heart of Cairo, in the famous Tahrir Square. But our observers, two young filmmakers, say that a climate of intimidation can begin with simple stares. They made a video that has gone viral.
Today we will be filming what it's like to walk down the busiest bridge in Cairo as a girl. Enjoy.
With stares, even though people sometimes wouldn't consider it harassment because it's not touching or there's no words involved with it, it's still someone entering your space. Like when you feel it, you know that they're not trying to flirt with you. They're looking at you as an inferior. Like when you feel stares, you start feeling intimidated. You start feeling anxious because something else could happen.
A lot of forms of sexual harassment happen worldwide, but the thing that makes it feel different, or that makes women experience it differently in Egypt, is that it's not just one or a few men staring at you. It's practically 80% of men that you walk by in the street, and it really feels like they're telling you, what are you doing in this space? This obviously isn't a space for a woman alone. The message that I would say to harassers is that a woman is not in public for you to comment on. She has things to do that day. She's on her way somewhere, and she's not in public for you to give your opinion about her. So just in general, my message is have some respect for women as a fellow human being, as an equal human being. Just like treat her the same as you would treat any male in the streets.
I should note that Colette was modestly dressed when she made the video, wearing a skirt and a cardigan. She and Tina hope to make a full-length documentary, and they're looking for financing. If you want to help them out, you can go to Kickstarter, look for The People's Girls. And now for some more reports and images sent in by our observers. First stop, Calais in northern France, which has become a mecca for migrants trying to get to the UK. The video was taken by a passenger on a bus waiting to take the ferry back across the channel. An illegal migrant forces open the door of a truck. Then he and dozens of others climb inside. Our observer, Séverine, is an advocate for migrants' rights. She says the situation in Calais has become critical. More than 1,000 migrants, mostly from East Africa, are now camped out in the area, taking greater and greater risks to get to Britain. Next stop, Saudi Arabia, a British man getting harassed by the religious police for being in the wrong line at the supermarket. He was in a line reserved for families and couples, quite right, given that he was with his Saudi wife. But the religious police apparently thought he was alone and should have been in a line reserved for men. The confrontation got worse in the parking lot outside, with one of the so-called mutawa'in jumping on the British man. Our observer, Leila, is a European woman who lives in Saudi Arabia. She says the mutawa'in involved in the incident have at least been suspended pending an investigation, but she doubts they'll face any real punishment. Finally, the sport of badminton, not normally dangerous. It happened during the Vietnam Open 2014, an international competition in Ho Chi Minh City. Fortunately, the referee had noticed the roof moving a few seconds earlier and got everyone off the court safely. That's it for this week. You can find more reports from our observers on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our apps for mobiles. I'll see you next time.